Now, climate change is no more a battle of the future. Rather, it is in fact happening in the present and needs to be dealt with in the present. In the wake of climate change, the once mighty glaciers have begun to melt. Extreme weather conditions have become the new normal, and our next report tells you how our planet is changing because of climate change.
From wildfires in Canada, where an entire town has been evacuated, to landslides in the Himalayan states, where mountains are crumbling down. Climate change is happening and it is real. And to understand the impact of climate change, scientists are now trying to examine how will the world look when glaciers melt. Scientists say that the emerging habitats after the ice melts will be a challenge as well as an opportunity. Rising temperatures could reduce the area covered by glaciers around the world, exposing vast areas of land to the atmosphere for the first time in thousands of years. This can possibly turn into one of the largest ecosystem changes on our planet. But first, let us understand what are the glaciers and why are they so important. Glaciers are large, thick masses of ice formed of compressed snow. They are present on land and take centuries to be formed. The glaciers play an intrinsic role to keep the planet cool. They are the deep freezers responsible for maintaining the planet's balance. These bright white spots reflect excess heat back into the space and keep the planet cooler. Even the Arctic remains colder than the equator because more of the heat from the sun is reflected off the ice back into the space. New research reveals alarming consequences of glacier retreat due to global warming. As per Nature Journal, glaciers that are covering almost 10% of Earth's land surface are at risk of disappearing by the end of the century. And even if we are able to meet Paris Climate Accord's goals, which is highly unlikely, the global glacier mass loss will be as significant as the size of a small country like Nepal.
Le gaz à effet de serre est donc beaucoup réchauffé l'atmosphère.
If we do nothing for the climate and continue to emit a lot of greenhouse gases, it's the business as usual scenario. We show that by 2100 we can lose about half of the ice surfaces on Earth.
C'est le business as usual scenario.
So what is next? According to Swiss and French scientists, there is a need to take urgent action to combat climate change. Glacier retreat poses a particularly high risk in Europe, and therefore adaptation strategies are crucial to mitigate the inevitable impacts of glacier retreat. As per researchers, one of the main aims is to try to project what types of ecosystems will be left behind by glacier retreat. Adding to that, researchers said deglaciated areas could serve as habitats for specific species, offering refuge for cold-adapted species or favoring primary productivity. The climate is running out of options. This is a challenge that might come knocking on our doors in the coming future. And when it arrives, we at least should be ready to turn these lemons into lemonade. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.